How we doing? Yeah, that's the king's chair right there.
It used to be pink, and then he was like,
I had to make a change.
he got it reupholstered.
Okay, I see what's going on. More neutral, more of a neutral
Are
color.
we good? Good. Kick us off. All right.
Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Laugh Podcast. My name is Fenison.
Chanel West Coast, and today we have an amazing guest, the one and only B.O.B. What's up?
What's up? I figured I'd bring my Ron Burgundy suit today.
I love that suit. It's fire.
I know. I feel left out now. You should have sent me the memo, the suit memo, and then I would have tried to match that energy.
Hey man, I just I was looking at it. I was like, yo, they got the full body shots on this. Okay.
I know. Trust me. I'm like, I'm in my own house, so I'm like, I don't want to ever dress up too much. I'm like, people are gonna be like, you really did all that to come from your bedroom to the couch. You know what I mean?
It do feel kind of pretentious getting dressed in your own house,
right? So,
but I mean, it's a. I mean, y'all look nice, man. Don't
Thank
downplay
you.
what you got.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
like
we're
yes.
just, a little
I'll
casual
take it.
something.
I'll take it.
But thank you so much for coming today.
Yeah,
I'm a
glad to
big
be
fan.
here. Really, I'm glad to be here. I've been watching you on TV for years, man. So it's so weird just being in person.
Oh my God, I feel the same. No, like you don't understand. Some of your biggest hits came out right when I was starting on TV, and so like I was starting to get popping
Right.
around then. So these
Right.
songs that you were putting out around then meant a lot to me and remind me of so many like very nostalgic times in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It's like those songs like cement a moment into like you always remember what you were doing, what you
Yep.
were going through, and like I'm just glad that I'm still doing this, man. Like I've been my first album came out 15 years ago.
That's
I'm
crazy.
like, shh.
It makes me feel old. I know you even said watching me on TV all along. I'm like, oh my God, don't say it.
And
makes
it
me
don't
old.
feel like that. It don't feel like that though. It's just like, we still look young. We look good.
Yes,
we look young.
for real. Wait, how old are you? Do you mind me asking?
I'm 35.
Okay, same age. I'm 35 too.
Oh shit, that's what's up.
85.
35, 88.
Like, you both look young.
Yeah, right.
You know?
I mean,
you got youthful energy.
I can't get a drink without ID, so I know I look pretty good. People are always like
Same.
looking at me crazy, and I'm like, dude, I'm 35. Like, I got a kid. Give me my drink.
Yeah, give me the.
But so I really want to ask you about new music because I need to know what's going on. When are we gonna get to hear some new stuff?
So like right now, I am about to release in August the final closing out project of my mixtape series, Elements.
Okay.
So I did Elements 1 with like Earth, Air, Fire, Water. Then Elements 2, AI, Antimatter, Neon Lights, and Space Time is gonna be the last one. Yeah, real nerdy shit, like nerding out. So, but like, yeah, man, this is the last project, so I want to do it right with the big shebang, the big hoorah, So, yeah, like that's where I'm at with it.
I feel like you've never been a very stereotypical artist. You've always pushed the envelope. You were one of the first people I can really think of that was doing real huge like pop crossovers as a rapper.
Right.
So what are you doing right now? How would you say it's unique from the other things you've done?
Well, right now, like, the Elements has always been sort of like an underground mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Where I can kind of like do what I want a lot more with that type of stuff because it's like it's meant for the underground. It's meant for like core fans and stuff like that. So now, I mean, I've been doing a lot of shit, really. Like, I've been DJing also. I started
cool.
DJing on this project. And, me and my wife DJ, she, I have a company called Hang Dynasty. We're about to put out a house album. I joined a rock band.
So you're doing everything.
Yeah, like
You sound like me. I'm always like doing 5,000 things, and people are like,
man,
"What
I
are
really
you doing?"
can't sit still. Like, you know how hard it is to sit this still right now? It's crazy. Like,
I know, that's how I feel. I had to sit for a long time on ridiculousness, so don't ask me how I'm still doing it now on the
how
podcast.
do you make it look easy for real? Like, what?
And it's not, he even just, you heard him, it's not my personality. Like, I'm the type of person, I go. Like, from the moment I wake up till I go to bed, I never sit it. And so like the most sitting I think I've done in my life is ridiculousness and my podcast. Literally. And my old 9 to 5 before all of that.
Yeah, I can't stay still for nothing. Like if I'm eating a meal too good, I gotta get up and walk around a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta celebrate that shit. You know?
I gotta walk that shit. I'm like, oh man, what? And I gotta get up and laugh if it's too funny.
That's really dope though that you work with your wife, because obviously, you know, we have this podcast together, and a lot of people always ask us like, oh, how is it working together as a couple? So I gotta ask you that as well.
Man, it's really dope. Like it almost feels like cheating. Like, dang, you know, you see some people, they don't, you know, relationships may not work out, but sometimes it's like, man, like this is like, we'll be up DJing for hours. I mean, and it's addictive, man. Like when we got the DJ bug, which I don't know how we ended up DJing, but like we just did. We ended up with a Serato.
And then you just started playing with it. We were like, hey.
Yo, I'm like, yo, this is ill. And it's like a break from being in the studio, because like we're in the studio all the time, you're trying to come up with a hit and come up with like the next thing, and like, you know, when you DJ, you already got the hits, you just got to play them, you know what I mean? Right. So yeah.
Now you touched on mixtapes giving you more freedom. Do you feel like is doing like a mixtapes almost like a justification of like, I can be a little more creative than maybe in an album setting? You feel like, oh, there's this pressure, like, oh, the label just wants radio music or something.
I haven't felt that pressure in a long time. And I think like you kind of have to, as an independent artist, you got to evolve. You got to like force yourself. You got to hold yourself accountable, because like you got to put, you know, the oomph into whatever you're trying to do. And so, I mean, it is way less like stressful and way more creative control in the independent route. But it's like, man, like the workload is gonna be the same. Like, you know what I mean? And you really, you know, as an artist, you shouldn't be looking for a easy route or easy path or something that's like not gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be uncomfortable sometimes, man. You really got to do stuff that like, it's uncomfortable right now, but man, it's gonna pay off forever. Yeah. You know, like I look at artists like Natasha Bedingfield, and she's like, that song, "Feel the Rain on Your Skin." It's like, still, I mean, that song's gonna be forever. Like it's never, you know what I mean?
It's in a million movies.
Yes, man. So it's like if you just really spend the time to just like get that right thing and just do it, it'll be forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
How do you feel music, the process has changed for you and the way that you feel about it now that, you know, from when you started to now, like being, you know, you're officially certified at this point with these mega hits.
Yes.
So how has your approach to making music changed? Is it like less pressure, or does the pressure build because you want to now live up to what you've done in the past?
I don't feel, I actually feel the opposite of what I used to feel, like, because before, you know, you're trying to like show and prove and like, yeah, I can do this, and then I can do it again, I can do it again, and I can do it in this genre. But now it's like I really want to make something and not care. Got burp and blow.
It's okay.
That's a technique.
But I really want to not care. You know what I'm saying? Like Bruce Lee type shit. Like be like water. Like, you know what I mean? Just make it and like let it be.
He literally just said this in the last podcast, to be like water. He didn't mention Bruce Lee, but he just said that.
Hey.
So you guys know the
vibe, man.
You gotta let things flow around you.
Bruce Lee be coming through, man. Bruce Lee be talking.
I have to say though, like, you know, I'm an independent artist. I have never had a big major label deal, and I was close a few times.
Right.
And the couple times I was, like, I started to notice like so much restriction, and I'm like a very like have to have things my way type person, and so.
Are you a Scorpio too?
No, I'm a Virgo.
Our daughter's a Scorpio.
Our daughter's a Scorpio.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
A little sassy Scorpio. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, being an independent artist, I feel like you just can do whatever you want and don't have to like answer to anybody. And I feel like that's so much better than having like all of this pressure of all these people. Like, you know, when they sign you at the label, they're like, okay, this person's amazing. But you have to like stay like amazing. You know what I mean? And it's like you
gotta bat 1,000, like
literally. And it's like we all have like our bad days, you know. And so like I could sense that when I was like starting to get into those situations, and I was like, dang, like this is like just so much pressure, and like I just love being able to do things like when I want, you know.
What did you think it was? What did you think it was gonna be looking at it outside looking in, and then finally getting into like what did you think it was versus what it?
You know, I've never had a big radio hit or anything like that, but I've done gigs. I've opened for Wayne, Cardi B.
I feel like I was supposed to go to that show.
Rick Ross. I've opened for a lot of people. Like the list goes on, and so I've had like these big moments, and I felt like, oh, I'm about to make it, and then like it never came. And I don't know if that's just like the universe directing me in a different way, because now I'm singing more, and I've always been able to sing, but like it really took like a lot of resistance with my other music for me to like almost like show my true talent, you know? So I don't know, like I was wondering if like maybe you felt like are you able to show more of who you really are and your true talent as an independent artist? Or do you think that like that having a label kind of elevates you? Do you know what I mean?
I feel like it could be a gift and a curse, because like being independent, you like really do get to, you know, draw your own, make your own game. Yeah, you're really making your own game, your own scenarios. You could be like, you know what, I want to call my fans the Zebras, and we're gonna be Zebras this summer. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like you can do whatever the fuck you want, and but it's like, you know, with a label, it's like you do get like the structured backing, but it can also make you like a dinosaur, and like over the years, you know, because it's shit I had to like change myself from thinking like, yo, people don't even do that no more. Like videos are all vertical now, like they're all you know what I mean? Like it's everything is different. So it could be a gift and a curse, but like I prefer having the creative control, because I'm really like a wild card type beat, you know what I'm saying? Like, and but I'm glad that I got a chance to experience like the label, and you know, I'm not gonna lie, like the ironic part about a lot of this shit is that like when I was in high school, I dropped out of high school and I was like, man, I'm not finna work in corporate America, go to college, I'm gonna drop out of high school and then I can just be a rapper and be famous and I don't have to get up early. And it's like, soon as I got signed, I had to get up early and go take meetings in corporate buildings, and ran straight into the fire. Like, damn.
No, that's so funny you say that, because I was exactly the same. And like, I had to wake up for ridiculousness. My call time was like 6:30. I had to be there early as hell, but loved it, you know. And even for gigs and stuff, you know, you got to catch flights sometimes at like 4 a.m. to get somewhere. And I'm like, you know, I loved it so much, so I didn't mind. But it's funny because I would think that sometimes to myself, like, I was trying to beat having to get up early, but here I am.
I would rather do it doing something I love, though. So I was like, all right. Well, that's the trade-off.
I'll interject real quick, too. So I've modeled professionally for like 8 years now, and it's funny. People think that it's so easy, like, oh, you just show up to set and take pictures, but it's the same thing. It's like they don't know that I had to take 2 flights to like Milwaukee, you know, get to the hotel at 2 a.m. to wake up at 6 a.m. and then get to set.
And still
it's
have
like
to
the
look
shit's
good.
right, and then have to be at your best.
Right? I imagine you can't really eat like that before.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be disciplined. It's like you're barely sleeping,
well,
and it's
when
not
you're flying to like these little towns where all there is to have is like Cracker Barrel.
That's
and
another
like,
thing too.
And like Waffle House. And
that's
like,
the worst. I mean, you know, Waffle House could come in the clutch sometimes.
Yeah, no.
Wait, y'all got Waffle House? Y'all don't have Waffle House?
Not on this side.
We've both traveled enough to like, you know.
That's how you know somebody really travel.
Yeah.
You know where the Waffle Houses be at.
Exactly.
Shout out to Waffle House.
Wait, so where are you from again?
I'm from Atlanta.
Born and raised.
Decatur. Well, no, I was born in North Carolina.
Okay.
And then raised in Decatur, Georgia.
Nice.
East side, to be specific.
Do you still live there?
I still stay on the east side. But you know, I'm a little bit more further out east. Yeah. Away from the riffraff of the inner city.
So I don't live far from where I grew up here in LA. Like, I'm in a much nicer part than where I grew up now. So what's that like too? Like, do you live close enough to where you still like maybe run into somebody from middle school or high school?
I do quite often. And it's like it's I guess like Atlanta's now, it's a lot more like out here, like, you know, in LA and just I guess Hollywood more so. You're used, like, people are used to running into celebrities. And so in Atlanta it's like that now. Like, people you can kind of be chill, you can kind of go out and you ain't got to worry about like too much craziness.
Yeah,
but now I feel like I've been. I really hate saying famous. Like I feel like it's so pretentious.
Hey,
but
just
you
say
have
it.
to say it though.
Yeah,
Like,
I just really
you just have to say it sometimes. I hate it too, but it's like, yo, like.
You know, I think
I'm
a good
famous.
substitute for you know what a good substitute for famous is?
What?
Public figure. I've been a public figure.
all right. Okay. I've been a public figure.
It does sound more proper. It does.
I've been a public figure longer than I haven't.
Yeah.
So it's like now I feel like, damn, like I'm not even from the trenches no more. I'm from from the upper side.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, yeah, man, I feel like it's now, you know, artists, you really do get to like from the jump. Like before, like when I was coming up, it was like you had, you know, you had MySpace and all the social media stuff, and like, you know, you knew that like people were doing independent shit like Master P or like Tech Nine and like killing it, but like you didn't really know like what the fuck to do. Like,
yeah.
And so now like you literally can like get on TikTok and make a 6-second song and that shit could pop off. And while it's popping off, you can like finish that 6-second song and then drop it on. Like you don't even need a whole song. Like it's a whole different thing now. So, you know, as much as I'm trying to like hold on to the music as I once knew it, it's like you really gotta embrace it too. You know what I mean? And
how important is adaptability when you're in the music, especially over the last 10 years?
As important,
like becoming somebody who makes TikToks. You know what I mean? We all have to do it.
Yeah, I know. And we all kind of. Sorry, I'm over here looking at this fucking drone shot. This shit ill. Nah. Yeah. I'm like, but like, I mean, it's like, I don't know, man, because like I like really was against using TikTok.
Me too.
For so long, I just felt so like. Oh, welcome to Bob's Burger. Can I take your order? Like, I feel like it feels like clocking in to work. Like, all right, I got to do the.
Yeah. That's how I felt too.
And so like now I feel like it's you know, people are learning how to use it in your way. You know what I'm saying? Your own way. And I teach that in my class too. I have a master class I'm about to start doing just to give artists like insight on how to approach the music game. Let's call it a game. How to approach the music game, you know what I mean? And not like how-tos like how to set up your YouTube. Like it's not that type of shit. It's really like the perspective you're supposed to have and how you can look at any tool in any time period, whether you are from the MySpace era or the vinyl era or the TikTok era. Like you can look at it and understand like, all right, this is how I'm supposed to put my shit on. This is how I'm supposed to do it. This is how I'm supposed to move. This is the whole point of recording the song and doing a video. You know, it's like, it just puts it in the perspective with how it worked for me. Yeah. So it's not
you came up in the, obviously we're the same age, so you came up in the MySpace era, right? I know. I feel like a dinosaur when I say that. Like we were straight up out here coding, like designing our own websites.
But the song in the top 8, and it's you think like unfollowing someone is big now? Like take someone out your top 8 back in 06.
Yeah, that shit was serious.
I remember when you could start changing them around, and that's when it started. I would get vibes from my girlfriends like, oh, okay.
Okay,
so you move Roxy first, and I'm second.
I got demoted to number 4.
And I'm
number
like,
13.
listen, I just was going in order of like I knew her since 2nd grade and you since 3rd grade. You know what I mean? And like it started to get all extra personal, and I was like, I gotta stop changing them around. People are taking this the wrong way.
It was real beef, man. It was real beef, and then you move someone down a notch. That hurt the most. Like, it's like you didn't even get taken out. You just got moved down. You got demoted. Like, damn.
And people be like, what the hell? Why they get moved
number
to the
3.
End? Next thing you know, they're just completely slid out as a new friend comes in.
Ew, man.
But so were you? I'm trying to think of like, yeah, you were big when MySpace was still kind of there, but were you like were you like an independent artist coming up on MySpace?
On MySpace, it was like mixtape famous. Like it wasn't. I had like, I think Haters Everywhere We Go was like just like popping off. It ended up in Step Up 3.
Oh my God,
sick.
that's so funny.
I think it was in like a fight scene or something.
That's so funny.
Yo, I went
In
to
a
the
dance
theater.
movie?
Fight scene and Step Up.
Channing Tatum was like,
Yo, dance fighting, crumping.
Wait, is Channing Tatum in Step Up 3? I don't
Probably
think he is.
not,
I
but-
think he only was in the first one.
yeah, I think he was at that point. He had moved on.
Yo, crazy.
Wait, so you brought up like the game and how to move. So early in your career, like before you ever had anything significant, what do you think was different about the way that you moved apart from your peers?
Really, I was just always the youngest. I was always the youngest, like, cause I got into it so early.
Yeah.
And like, I was just always ready to. You know, you really gotta want it as an art. I mean, I know that sounds so cliche. Like, you gotta want it.
Yeah.
But like,
true,
you
though.
know, you kind of have to be opportunistic, sort of to a delusional degree. Like, you have to literally look at all the, you know, when you betting and all the odds are stacked a certain way, you literally have to be like, all right, I'll go that way. And like, you know, you really have to be kind of delusional. You know what I'm saying? And you have to like mentally get it in your head that like, you have to get in the character, I'll say. You know what I'm saying? It's like you really gotta fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? And when everything that you do, you know, I talk about in my class, like just you know, kind of tapping into care. Even if you're a introverted person, how you can use that to your advantage, and you know, and where you're not supposed to be introverted, with your business and with, you know what I'm saying, your funds and finances.
Yeah.
Don't be an introvert there.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I really kind of break it all down, and now I'm all over the place, man. So many thoughts rushing through my head.
It's okay. It's okay.
Let me take a sip of this.
No, so how did your collab with Bruno Mars come about? Was that what you're saying? Like you were delusional enough to think like, I'm gonna do this song with him and it's gonna blow up?
All of it, bro. All of it.
But
it's like,
this is how. No, speaking of which, delusional. Okay, I had so many people tell me. Let me just tell you. In high school, be like,
yes,
you're not gonna be
Let's
a
get
rapper,
into
and
it.
I was like, watch, I'm gonna be a rapper. Have I had my big hit yet? No, we still working on it, but.
It's the process. The
I've
journey.
had a lot of
you've
good
still,
moments.
you've still
I've
been
had a lot
out
of
here.
good
Yeah.
moments that, you know what I mean, that
Right.
people would be like, how did she make it there? Because I was, what you guys said, delusional. I really believed in myself on
Right.
another level. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is like, that's like what it takes to make it. Like,
Yeah.
I just think that like you, like, it's, I don't know if delusional's the word.
I
but
would
it's
say
like,
an irrational confidence.
yes, exactly.
Yo, he's got the translations. He's got the 2024. Yeah.
But that
I
was
like
me
that.
though.
We're
And so
cleaning
I
it
just
up.
wanted to say that because I feel like, you know, even like I used to be, I tell a story all the time. I used to be obsessed with Robin Big, and my friends would be like, "Why are you obsessed with that show?" I'm like, "Dude, it's funny. It's funny." And so I think somehow me being obsessed with it, I manifested like
Wow, that's-
meeting
yeah.
Rob. You know what I mean? Like, and then, you know, I wanted to be
Right.
more in the music industry, but like I went on this path of TV, and like, you know, it was just
Right.
meant to be. It was meant to be, but it took like this like delusional like obsession
Right.
of being like, oh my god, that's my favorite show. I don't know.
It's like that though. I mean, you know, like rappers want to be basketball players. Basketball players want to rap. You know, even when you have success, like, you know, when someone pops off on YouTube and they become like a huge internet sensation, the next thing they do is typically to make a song. Like,
Yeah.
like, all right, I got, cause it's just like music. You know, it's like I mean, where we live is the universe. Universe means one song. Everybody wants to be a star. You know what I'm saying? We look up to the stars. Like, it's just something about music, man. Like everybody wants to do it. And so it's like the dream that you have, the dream that you have is actually more real than, dare I say, the manifestation of the dream, because the dream is actually what got you there. And if you were to ever had to lose it or dream again, you can do that again and it can manifest again. It's just like sometimes it takes a lot longer. Like the type of artist and the type of career and business structure that I have now, burp and blow, that I have now, I've been working for my entire life to get here.
Yeah.
Even though the hits came 10 plus years ago, like now it's finally like, all right, now we got the setting, got the thermostat set right, got the rearview mirror right, you know what I'm saying? The steering wheel's at the right height, you know what I mean? Like, it took a while to figure that shit out. So, you know, I would advise any artist, no matter how much success or whatever, like, don't let go of the dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only, I used to say this shit all the time. The difference between people that make it and don't is the people that didn't make it just simply stopped.
Yeah. Straight up.
You never know how close you are to the gold, you know?
I feel like I'm going to be, I'm like, hopefully I'm not like that lady whose like song became a hit from Stranger Things. You know what I'm talking about?
Coming up that hit. Yeah.
Okay.
What's her name?
I joked with him. I said, watch, babe. I said, I'm going to be like her. I said, I'm going to be like 80 and then it's going to be like, and this song just shot back to
that'll be
and I'm gonna be like, I
fly.
finally got my hit on the radio.
Go, grandma. Go, grandma.
I would be happy though. If it took that long, I'd be like, well, damn, I finally fucking did it.
Yo, that'd be fly.
Nah, but like, I think it's gonna happen a little sooner. You know, I got a new TV show coming out, but we're not here to talk about me.
Yo, everybody can't say that. Like, I got a new TV show coming out, and I got a hit on the way.
No, it's like. But that's how life is so crazy. It's like, I wish I was being like, I got a new single dropping on the radio, and I'm like, I got a show coming out. Check it out.
But see, but this is to your point though, and I tell her this sometimes, is like, she's always in her head like, I gotta make it in this lane. It's like, yo, you already made it.
No, I have so
like,
many friends that are like, that's me being delusional again though. They're like Chanel. I made a comment one time. I was like, I just can't wait till I'm like really famous. And then my friend was like, Chanel, you know that you're famous.
Be like that. Yeah, so I get what you're saying. It's like, it's got to be a healthy delusion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I could go out shopping and be less bothered than you. Like, I feel like if you went out shopping, grocery shopping, like, everybody would just
if I have
if she doesn't speak, she might be able to,
also,
to do it.
Yeah, no
The second she laughs,
I was gonna say
over.
No hair and makeup. Trust me, people do not recognize me. They're like, they're like, that looks like the bum version of Chanel.
Yo, that's wild. That's wild.
Before her evolved form.
Like, do you need some change?
No, but I think it's voices are very recognizable, you know, and so it's like, as soon as we talk anywhere, there's always going to be somebody that there has to be somebody who's heard your music will hear you and be like, hold on, that voice is recognizable. Like,
did you ever have to adjust to people not only knowing what you look like, but what you sound like unmistakably? Like, was there ever like a period where like you had to remind, okay, all right, I accept it, this is the reality?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you mean exactly, but
like, you know, like, because like I'm still discovering that like people know what I sound like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, when I talk,
no, you have a distinctive voice.
That's so wild hearing that.
No, yeah, when you sat down, I just didn't get a chance to say it, but your voice sounds just how it sounds on the records. It's like literally. It's very recognizable.
But that's a good thing though, because some people rap completely different than they talk. You know what I'm saying? And like, and then it doesn't even like sound like them.
Yeah, they said Michael Jackson's voice was deep for real. Like,
no, it wasn't.
they said it was.
Michael Jackson always had a very like soft spoken voice since he was like a kid.
Yeah, his
that
voice
you
was
know
always,
of.
His voice was always soft spoken, and then one day he was just like, "Yo, what's up?" Nah.
I don't think so. No, he was very like angelic, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Shout out to MJ. Long live MJ.
Yeah. I don't like the MJ slander. How do you feel about that?
No MJ slander.
I
right?
hate it.
No
I
MJ
don't
slander.
like it. But you know what? Like,
MJ's the guy.
There's so many like bad things that out there that are said about so many different people that we literally will never like know for sure if it's true or not. Right. And so I just choose to not judge and just, I'm a fan of the music. Like, you can't not be a fan of the music. That's amazing music and music that's impacted people in positive ways too. So it's like, regardless of whatever the real truth is, like, I know that this music has also impacted so many people around the world in such a great way. So it's like, hey, like, the person wasn't like 1000% bad, if you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, you know, it's like, I feel like sometimes, well, not sometimes, I feel like all the time, like, there's always this challenge of like just being like polarized with like well, just I'm gonna just see it this way, or I'm gonna just see it this way, and it's like, yo, two things can be true, also. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, it could be said I'm a nice guy, but sometimes I'm not. You know, sometimes I'm irritated, I'm hungry. You know what I mean? But it's like two things can be true. Yeah. So it's like, you know, you might not like something, or you might not like an artist, or you might not like whatever, but like some shit when it come out, you be like, yo, that shit jamming. Yeah. Yo, that's a good ass song. I may not like the artist, but that song is fire. But yeah, you know, yeah, I feel like it's easy for us as humans to like just have to pick a side all the way, you know, because like, you know, I grew up in Decatur, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in the ghetto, so historically I'm supposed to be a Democrat, but like financially I'm kind of a Republican. So it's like, you know, like I don't
is there,
you know, I don't know.
Well, I'm sure the taxes are better in Atlanta than here, right?
Oh, way better.
Oh yeah.
You can actually afford to live in Atlanta. Here we can't.
It's
like the price of this house,
I don't want to say no. We're full in Atlanta. Nope. No, but
the price of this house, like if we were to move to Atlanta, we could have like a really beautiful house, like the dream, like white picket fence with like the long driveway, and like you guys saw, like I don't know where all of you even parked that are here. Like there's not even parking for anybody, and it's like I pay a lot to live here, you know, and it's like it's just crazy that like it's so different in certain states, and I totally feel you though. Like,
what's the trade-off
as far as taxes go? I feel you.
Yeah, because shit, they running up taxes out there too though. So
oh really?
They're catching on.
It's coming for all of us.
They're coming for all our pockets. But like, what do you feel like the trade-off is? Like in New York, you know how it's like you get an apartment this big for like $3,000, but it's like, you know, everything's right there. You just, you know, catch the subway or whatever.
That's true.
But like, what's the trade-off out here? Like,
there is, I mean, obviously there's a lot of business here. There's like, that's where everything's going on, you know, like just the events we go to network, like we'll get invited to some like makeup event or whatever. And then next thing you know, I'm meeting somebody and they're like, oh, we want to like give you like a little endorsement thing or whatever. All these events and very LA type things where you can network. Like I do think that it brings more connections and eventually like more money into your life. So yeah, we spend a lot to live here, but like, it's very easy to dot connect here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and also when you're in a more creative industry, it's just tends to revolve around LA, New York, some, you know, Atlanta now for music, but that's just kind of how it goes. And for her, you know, she had to be filming all year round here, so it's not like she could move somewhere else. For me, I model all around the United States, but I'd probably still say like a good 50% of my work at least is here.
Right.
So it wouldn't make sense to fly in and out.
Yeah. Yo, this is the network capital. I think I'm just realizing this now. Like it's really the network capital.
It is.
It's crazy.
It was better before the pandemic too, but then I think like
things have changed.
The pandemic and then all the TikTokers in LA like kind of ruined it.
Yeah, that's how I feel when we go to the club.
So how did the TikTokers ruin like the networking?
So everybody says they just like kind of like ruined the vibe. I like no disrespect. I'm friends with a lot of like cool TikTok people, like, but
I know it's a good point though. No one's ever actually given me a solid reason. They're just like, screw the TikTokers.
They overhyped things, and like too many people came here, and then it was like then it became this thing where like TikTokers like thought they were like really big celebrities, and then it's like no, you're almost like bringing down the value of like real celebrities. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
yeah,
like in a weird way.
Yeah, it's kind of like DJing. Like if I'm a rapper that DJs. Like, if I take too low paying gigs, I'll fuck it up for other DJs because then they'll be like, oh, I got B.O.B for cheap. And now it's like, so why would I pay you with you? You know what I mean? So it's like, you really got to be economical with the social media influence. Like you gotta think about the bigger picture, I guess. But like, it's still so new. Like, it's still like, you know, like with like basketball, it's like how many rings you got. NASCAR, how many trophies you got. You know, but it's like with social media influence, it's like you can fake the numbers. So it's like, what's the real like meter or the gauge, or just like the authenticity of like, you know, Sorry, I'm just really hypnotized. I gotta stop looking at this
Oh,
screen.
he keeps looking at the screen. And
Ghost,
like,
turn the TV
What
on.
was I talking about? No, wait. I wanted to ask you though. So I've always wanted to like dabble with DJing a little bit. My dad was a DJ. That's like one of my influences growing up. And my dad was a DJ. Like I used to go to work with my dad. I would watch him like sweat to like hurry up and change vinyl records. Like he wasn't just like, you know, like we got it a little bit easier now with our technology. And so watching my dad do it, I've been like, I could do that. I know I could. But I love performing. Like, what do you genuinely like more? Like, do you like that feeling of performing your own music more, or do you like the feeling of like just playing such good music that you get the crowd going? Like, what do you think feels better, honestly?
Man, like I feel like what feels the best, honestly, even if it's like a DJ or with a live band, I feel like the more the crowd knows the song, the better. It's like if it's only like half the crowd knows it, it's like it's cool in that area, but like the more people that know the song, the better. So it's like, you know, the music may feel really good. Like it's certain songs that like I'll make and I'll be like, yeah, man, this is gonna kill on tour. And it'd be like the least favorite, it'd be crickets.
So you think when you're DJing that like you're playing more music that just like everybody you know is gonna like, or?
I feel like it's a little bit of. Man, that's a great question. Cause like as an artist, I think this one way, but as a DJ, I think the other way.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like you have to know what people think, but you have to not care what people think. So it's like, okay, you have to use what people know, but then like switching on like hit a crazy drop or something, you know what I mean? And like take it somewhere where it's like, dang, it's the mix I didn't know I needed, but I need it, you know?
Yeah.
Well, your song, it's called Shooting Stars, right? Was that that's the one?
That was my jam.
Which one? Talking about Don't Let Me Fall?
Or no, I could use a wish right
now.
Airplanes.
Yeah.
Airplanes. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So I mean, that's
I made
a song.
So many songs about shooting stars. It's crazy.
Right. Well, that's that's funny. So that's a song where like, you know, everyone knows that song. What's that feeling of when you're like performing that song and it's like a whole crowd just singing it with you?
I think the thing that now that's the most like surreal. I don't know, like. It still feels surreal because of how much time has passed from the time of its release to now, and it's like they sing it like it just came out still.
Because it's a song like that.
It's wild.
You know what's so funny? I remember when that song came out, like literally trying to explain like to people at the record label stuff. Like, I'm like, that's the type of song I should be doing. Like I could be singing the hook like Haley and rapping the verses like B.O.B. Like what do you not get? I was like, that's the type of song I should be doing. Like, and hello.
Like, I used to always tell Atlantic, like, yo, I want to do a song with Paramore. I want to do a song with Paramore. I want to do a song with Paramore. And it kind of happened, I guess, in a way.
But this is what I
love Haley Williams. She's amazing. Like she sounds like literally hearing her sing live. It sounds like the record. Fucking album is playing. It sounds like somebody just put the radio on stage.
Yes.
No, but this is what I was asking you before about how you move differently. I feel like a lot of rappers or hip hop artists, it wouldn't even occur to them to be like, I want to collab with Paramore. You know, like
that was really ahead thinking back then.
Yeah. So like what inspired you to want to do some of these things?
Shrooms, probably. lots of shrooms.
Do you feel like you've just always been a little different in the way that you think?
Yeah, and I think I had to realize that, and it took a lot of, cause I'm like, who wouldn't want to do? You know, I'm like bumping like White Stripes, Led Zeppelin. Korn, Deftone. I mean, just all the.
I grew up listening to all of that shit.
I love Korn.
No, I really did. My mom's actually good friend who is like a big music video director. Did that video for Deftones, the one where there's like the sharks and stuff.
Right.
So the that big song. My mom's friend did that music video. That's so funny.
Ill, man.
Yeah, but that's
so dope.
That's really dope that you like are influenced also by like rock and all that.
Right, and I think eventually. You know, I got high enough and I was like, you know what? I think I could play guitar too on stage. Like I grew up playing instruments and, you know, shit like that, but not like guitar. Like I wasn't ever like in a band. And so you know, I was like, well, you know, I want to make this type of music, you know. And then Gnarls Barkley, and after, you know, being from Atlanta, you see, you know, CeeLo and Andre go straight alternative.
Yeah.
You like, hey, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
And so, you know, man, like, I used to go see rock bands perform, and I was like, man, like, I really want to do this. Like, this is like fun. And I always wanted my audience to be diverse. I always wanted to have like a very, I don't know, I'm like a everybody have fun type of.
Me too.
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So
that's how my shows are. Sometimes it's like, and that's from being on TV. It's like a very broad fan base when you're on a show like Ridiculousness.
Right.
So when I started doing music and gigs, like the funniest thing, sometimes I'll do a gig at this like random like little place I've done. You know, I take what I can, and it's like these like white cowboy looking people on the right, and then like all my black fans on the left. And then like some like little teenage type looking girls. I'm like, are you old enough to be here in the middle? And I'm like, yo, everybody like come
mix
together.
it up, like
come together.
Yeah, like,
and I've had a few shows where I'm literally like, yo, everybody come together. And like, I love that. I'm like, I know that like in a weird way, this is like, I feel like, you know, like what God put people like us here to do, like to bring people together through music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because music doesn't have the same titles that we as people have. Like, it's like, even like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, like, like, I don't know, historically, I don't know another word. If you have another word. But historically, in the music industry, it's always been a well-known fact that melody goes international and raps stay local to the dialect or whatever. But like, not like us, is everywhere. It's everywhere. And I'm like, yo, like music really does, like, I don't know what Mustard put in that beat, but like, bro, it's like if it's the right type of song or just whatever the vibe people are on, music really does transcend, you know, race, culture, creed, whatever. And that's one of the reasons why I always wanted to, you know, make the music that that I felt like would have shelf life. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, but then also, you know, it's like I wanted to rap, but I hated how divided it was. Like, I was like, why can't I just like rap and play the guitar and do rock and, you know what I'm saying? Like, why does it have to be all?
I say this all the time. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, why? It's like, if you like music, if you're a person who genuinely loves music, you kind of like all of the good music.
Oh yeah.
Like, even when somebody's like, I only like rock, I'm like, then you don't really like music. You're just like trying to follow a trend. You know what I mean? Like, it's like anybody who really loves music should like all of it. You know?
I used to try so hard to make a song like Pretenders by the Foo Fighters. I was like, yo, that's the type of rock song I want. Like, that shit right there.
No, it sounds like from an early age, you already had a very eclectic taste in music. You already had a lot of things you wanted to do.
If it slap, it slap.
Yeah. So do you feel like it's almost doing you a disservice to call you just a rapper? Or do you feel like it's appropriate?
I mean, it depends, man. I don't really feel like I feel like an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe to the untrained eye.
Yeah.
They'd be like rapper, but I don't know. Like, and then like on my like when I look at Wikipedia, I'd be like,
I can't with Wikipedia. I have somebody who tries to sabotage mine all the time. I just want to put it out there. If you've ever like looked and seen weird shit on there,
yo, why
weird.
is it so like?
People are just allowed to change it.
It's like a report card. Who's the fucking principal making this report card? Like, what is this?
People can literally just like enter in like facts about you and like, I don't know who's like the approval system.
How did they find out my height?
Right.
What? Blood type B. No.
They looked at you in a photo with like 4 other people and they like did the math and shit.
Yeah, that is true. Like, yeah, like how do they know your height? Like somebody from the DMV just like leaked it or like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yo,
wait,
I got them heights. I'm 6 feet.
No, you're not.
You're taller than that.
6 feet. No, what, you think I'm taller?
You look taller.
Yeah.
Man.
He's 6'2".
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you guys.
You know what? I do feel 6'2".
No, you need to get remeasured because he even I think is taller than that because I'm 5'3" and we'll take a picture together and I'm like, you are more than a foot taller than me, babe. Like, how does this even?
That's crazy.
Do you know what I mean? But then like he apparently is only 6'2", so I don't know. Whatever.
Were you ever an athlete?
Oh yeah, I thought I was gonna be like a running back in the NFL, a wide receiver or something. But like, let me tell you one thing about puberty. my feet got bigger. I slowed down. Then they moved me from running back to tight end. Then from tight end to like tackle. Then from tackle to linebacker. I was like, yo, am I getting big? What is going on?
That's funny.
And so I was like, you know, I don't know. It's like when I was 13, I just knew it. I was like, yo, I'm finna be a rapper. Like I'm finna rap. Like, and it's like, you know, typically like you kind of, you know, there's some type of degrees of separation from your upbringing. Like, you know, my dad was a carpenter, his dad was a carpenter, or but like nobody in my family did music on either side.
Wow.
Like it's literally I'm an anomaly. I'm an anomaly on all on all accounts.
Yeah.
So, you know, I forgot what I was saying there. Man.
No, but I mean, for you to
Cali trees, man.
No, for you to
It's because you smoked that Cali weed before you came here.
It's different out here.
No, so before, like, for you to start music at such a young age with no musical background in your family, that to me just says that it must have been destined, or maybe you were, you know, she's a big believer in reincarnation. I feel like
for sure.
maybe you had a musical
I'm an
spirit.
Asian man.
Yo, literally.
I'm an old Asian man.
Are you into anime?
Kitty says I was Asian in my past
I got a
life, too.
ramen tattoo right here on my face. It means that much to me.
That's fire.
Yeah, I got like all type of.
He's like, I know I was Asian in my past life.
Yeah, like,
No, you know
Oh,
what?
that's cool.
That's cool. I believe in that though because I really identify with like Roman culture
He's
for some
like,
reason.
yeah, like Roman, like Greek, like
Greece, Rome.
why is
all
it
that.
always like one thing you just really?
Yeah.
So if it's not reincarnation, then maybe that was just the other time, and it's the second time.
I think that's what reincarnation is.
Yeah, but like not like back to back. Like maybe it's not an infinite infinite loop. Maybe it's just like maybe it's been 5 times, or maybe 25 times. I don't know.
Supposedly, some people like have been here like numerous times, and then there's other people have only and then obviously everybody comes for the first time.
Right. 5 levels of the 5 soul levels. You got the infant, the baby, the teenager, the master, and then the ascended master. I don't know. I can't remember all 5 of them. But it's 5 levels of.
I need to learn
soul
about this.
age. Yeah, your soul age. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's like everybody's in the zodiacs, but tap into that soul age. Yeah. It's why you see a baby.
My soul age is 16.
16.
Dang, man, your soul's not even legal.
Yo, your soul not being legal.
I feel kind of weird right now.
That is wild, bro. That is
Okay, I'm sorry. My soul is 18.
Yo, your soul is 21.
No, for real. I feel that though because like why does my pillow keep drifting? No, I really feel like I have a very like youthful like energy and heart. Yeah. Like I definitely have gotten a little bit more tired after having a baby. I could feel the age there, but then like mentally, it's weird. It's like I feel like like they say time is like not even a real thing because time is it's in this third dimension and like it's not supposed to, you know what I mean? It's not supposed to exist.
It's a construct.
And so they say it's not even a real thing. And I kind of feel that like in my head mentally, I'm like, I don't even feel like I'm older.
I don't at
all.
And they'd be like 15 years ago. And then I'd be, like, what? Who 15? What do you mean? So it's like, yeah, man. Like I think you just, I feel like it's just experience. Even with like the reincarnation thing, I feel like, did you like, how much experience did you get? Like you see some babies come out the womb and they be like dancing and talking, and like I saw this 3-year-old baby roasting his dad. Like I'm like, how does he know what that is? Like,
yeah,
he's been here before.
No,
yeah, he's been here before.
You can tell with babies. Like I've seen a couple babies like because I take my baby to these classes, and then there's like a couple babies that are just like literally like.
Like, they just got here.
Like, they're here for the first time. They don't know what the hell's going on. Our baby, dude, I'll show you. I'll show you a picture.
Be loose.
When we brought our baby home, everybody said it. Like in the picture of her, it's like she's literally a newborn propped up, and she's got eyes that are just like, yeah, what's up? Like, this is my 4th time here. Like, take a pic. Go ahead. like, she literally has a vibe. Like, and people have said it. Like this, like one, like older, like foreign lady at the park was like, oh, she's an old soul.
Yeah.
She's an old soul. I see it in her eyes. And I was like, oh yeah, I feel that too, kind of, you know, like.
And what accent was that, babe?
I don't know, like.
I knew it was a good accent.
It was like kind of maybe Spanish,
she also
like Mediterranean vibe.
Spanish, Mediterranean, South Pacific.
But like, no, I believe in reincarnation. Yeah. What's the show we were just watching?
I don't know.
Okay, so the one,
he said no.
The one about the kids that had the past life that they remember.
Oh, you talking about Pam?
You talking about a documentary?
Wait, have you seen it?
It was a documentary.
So it's like kind of like that. It's a show, and it wasn't on that long. And there's really this one specific episode about there's this little boy who remembers his past life, and apparently in his past life he was a black woman named Pam. And he's a 3-year-old little white boy. He's like not making it up. You have to watch the episode, and I swear, like,
they take like a photo of like 10 different women, and they were like, which one, like, who were you? And he like points, were like, that's me, that was Pam. And it turns out right before he was born, this lady died in a fire. It's crazy.
Please send me that.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link. It's wild, but like it's a funny story though, because like the little boy's like, he starts naming his like characters while he's playing Pam, and I was like, I bet the mom was like,
wait, I feel like I heard about this.
Yeah, no, you definitely have.
Wait,
and then the mom's like, hold up. She's like, who's Pam? And I was like, she was like, I'm being cheated on. And the dad's like, I don't know who the hell Pam is. And so they asked the little boy, they're like, who is Pam? And the little boy goes, I was Pam. And it gives you chills when you watch it. Would
that like creep you out if your child told you like, yo, I'm actually Gregory? Like, I gotta call phone call. I'll be back. Like,
it would trip me out a little bit, but I think because I believe so much in this that I would probably be like, oh shit, like that's who she was.
It depends on who the past life was, though. Like if it was like a sweet little lady, it'd be cool. But if it was like Attila the Hun or something, I'd be like concerned.
Attila, what
like,
are you
my
doing
baby's gonna be violent.
Have you not wreaked enough havoc?
Exactly.
Back
for seconds.
Yo, but like with the I'm not sure if it was a movie about this. I think Keanu Reeves was in it. Don't quote me. But it was a movie about like the Dalai Lama or I don't know if it was Buddhism. I don't know. But it's like how they pick the next guru. When the baby comes, they take the toys from the previous.
I think it's the Dalai Lama.
The Dalai Lama. And they put the toys out and they let the baby pick the toys. And it's like, okay, you cannot believe in reincarnation. Okay, cool. But like, when you get 5 sets and do 5 tests and the baby goes and picks the Dalai Lama's toy every time, it's like, what else could the explanation be? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think there's a lot to life that we can't explain or just don't have a firm grasp on. And I think accepting that we don't know
everything
is sometimes the best route, rather than just assuming we know everything.
Right. I prefer it that way. It keeps the people going.
Gotta keep the people going.
No, for real. Like he knows. My mind does not stop. I'm constantly thinking things. Like I'll think of like an alternate like thing that, and he's like, babe, he's like, that's never gonna happen. Like, why are you thinking of this whole?
I know she'll just randomly.
Like cause I'll have to be thinking like I may have to like go do like a show or go do a meeting, and I'll be like, man, this meeting is gonna go and I'll be worried about all the 80 ways it could go wrong. And then you go there and it'd be like so easy, and it'd be like, dang, why was I even worried about this in the first place?
Yeah.
But
no, that's life. Do you have any
Such
kids?
is life. Yes, I have a son.
Just one.
Yeah, just one. Yeah.
How is it? I feel like that's, when you're in a position like yours, you could have 10 kids if you want. Why you only have one?
I feel like when a soul is destined to come to earth, there's nothing that anyone can do to stop it.
Yeah.
And, such is life. You know what I'm saying? Everything we don't know. Mm-hmm. I never, thought that, I never knew that I would be where I am now in life. You know what I'm saying? Just with, I guess just, personally, career-wise, yeah. But, like, personally, like, the things that you go through, you never anticipate. But, like, you know, it's a beautiful experience to be, you know, to become a father, and it's like there are certain things you just understand that you never would have thought about, you know, and being so rebellious and being so like, you know, fuck the system. You know, it's kind of like you kind of like start having different broader perspectives on things, and things that you feel like you were so against, or you were so, you know, it's kind of like, well, you know what, everything is cool, you know, every soul is a different age, you know, some people it's their first time here, some people, man, when do I get off work? And so, you know, everybody is entitled to their own experience, you know what I'm saying? And just being open-minded with that. And, you know, I feel like that's a part of the game. That's a part of life. That's a part of all of this is learning that, you know, and the sooner you learn that, like, the less stressful your life will be. And shit'll just happen and just be like, you know what, man? Like, you know what? It's all good. Go ahead. You can get in front of me. I ain't got road rage no more. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie though. Road rage, that's the final boss for me. I'm not like that shit boss. That's for real. Like,
no, I feel you, because I am like at a very good place mentally in my life. I've done a lot of meditation. Having my baby made me just a lot calmer and happier person.
Right.
But it is the traffic, like, that'll bring out the worst in me. And then the baby will be in the car with me too. And I'm like, oh shoot, that she's never heard that side of me. And I'm like, God, the traffic's bringing out the worst.
Wait, how do people drive in Atlanta?
Like Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if it's San Andreas or Vice City. Definitely, yeah. Shout out to Atlanta, man. You know, I love my city.
They don't have good weed there, though. I will say
they don't,
that.
man. But you know, it's a trade-off, because we can smoke kind of anywhere, kind of. Mm-hmm. But we just can't get. You know, it's a saying. I love this saying. You can get anything you want, but you can't have everything.
I like that. Yeah, it's like there's always a trade-off.
You can get anything.
You can get anything. You can get anything. Anything that you want, you can get it. But you can't get everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have everything. You know, when you like create your player and you trying to like pick the stats.
Yeah.
You can't have 99 strength, 99 height, 99.
Yeah. That's
no, it's true.
You gotta.
I feel like when we're given gifts at birth, I feel like we're also given challenges along with those gifts, you know,
right.
And someone that you think might have it all, or they, you know, have a certain skill set that you wish you had. It's like God put a challenge in their life for them to overcome as well. And it all, you know, some people that you wish you could be like, and maybe they sabotage themselves, or, you know, they go down the wrong road, and you're like, man, like, you had everything. Why didn't you just stick with it? And it's like, you don't understand. That was their challenge.
That was the part. Yes. That's a part of the journey. And like, I was talking to my wife about this. I was like, you know what's ironic about me rapping is that when I was a kid, I would get mad. When I would get mad at my friends, I wouldn't know how to tell them, and I would write it down.
Oh my gosh.
So I would be sitting
so
in the bus writing.
Just like me.
They be sitting beside me, and they be like, man, I didn't mean to make you mad. How do you feel about that? And I'd be like, well, and so like I made it a habit to write what I couldn't say, and it turned into
music.
Same.
Yeah.
Superstar.
Literally same. I got bullied a lot, and I've always been a very tiny person, so like I wasn't really trying to fight people, because I'm like, you're gonna hurt me, like, you know. So that was what I felt like was a really good way for me to just talk shit and just like say the things I wanted to get off my chest that like I really probably couldn't say to some people's faces, but like that's what I loved about music, was like I could talk my shit there and like just say what I want to say and get it off my chest.
I feel like that's the challenge that's always been my challenge, is like making a song and not like a journal entry.
Right.
Cause it's like it be shit like that. Certain people you just know people feel it too. You know, like when you say it in the right way and it's the right beat, it's like, it just hits so good. It's like, I feel like that's the moment that every like musician or artist is like, it's like you want to set up the scenario and the song concept and the lyrics and the climax and the music all hit at the right point and just have that moment happen, because it's like if that moment happens, it's like you have an eternal, immortal song, an eternal creation.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're very meticulous about every part of the process, and you're thinking about the end result like from the beginning and how to put the pieces together like a puzzle.
Got to be both. You got to be both. You got to be meticulous, and also you got to not give a fuck about it. Like you got to be like, Like, I feel like sometimes when I get and I know every artist, has felt this. When you get a fire beat, you be like, I better not mess this up.
Yeah. Exactly.
You gotta just not care about it. You be like, man, fuck this beat. But like, you just gotta not care about messing up, or you gotta be okay with making mistakes, really, because really the mistakes are really, we make the best music on broken equipment. You know what I mean? Like when you don't have everything you need and you gotta like wing it. Like I've had some of the best shows when the equipment went out, and I just had to start winging it, freestyling with the crowd, bringing girls on stage, whatever, and it just be like, yeah, it's the magic. It's like it's the magic in the mistake.
Where's the craziest place you've ever performed? Do you think, like biggest crowd?
Dublin, Ireland. Parties the hardest
really
in the world.
Really,
the world. That's the craziest crowd ever.
All right,
really?
Let's go. Ireland.
If somebody has any other intel, please let us know. Because what?
That's crazy.
Hands down, by far.
Dude, they are passionate people.
Yo.
Yeah.
I'm Irish in my blood.
You Irish, yeah.
I'm a lot of things though. I'm like one of those people that like my DNA test is like everything, like literally, like I'm like everything.
Hodgepodge.
I'm very like a mutt. I'm like I'm the little dog you get from the place, and they're like, "What is it?" And they're like, "We don't know." she's a mutt.
Hilarious.
Nah, but what else did I want to ask you? Oh, I mean, you've obviously done songs with like so many big people. Who would you say is like out of all of your collaborations, who would you say was like your favorite, and why?
Damn, man, my favorite. It's like
maybe you could, maybe you could point out just something specific so you don't have to pick a favorite over. We don't want to hurt any feelings.
Let's not hurt feelings here.
Yo, no, I'll say my favorite right now. I'll say the feature that I got that I never thought that would happen was getting Morgan Freeman to do voiceover work on Strange Clouds on the intro.
That's cool.
Dope.
I was like, yo. And then like he was filming Batman at the time. Was it the one with Heath Ledger that he was in?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So like he was on set for that, like one of the most iconic, and it's like
great
I was
movie.
like, there's no way he's gonna do this. Like little old me. It's like you're on TV and you're famous and you still.
It's literally like having the voice of God on your album, because he always plays God.
I had God on my album.
Had the voice of God on my album.
I had "Hallowed Be Thy Name" on my album.
That's hard
he's played
though.
God in like 5 movies. I swear.
No, that's a good point though, because you work with other artists, and even if they're a huge artist, it's like, oh, it's an artist to artist. But like getting Morgan Freeman to pull up, that's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty epic. That's pretty epic.
Insane.
So aside from music and DJing, do you think that there's any other career path you could see yourself?
Yeah,
going
what
down?
are your other
about,
passions?
Acting. I feel like I could see you acting too.
I can too. I don't know, man. It's like I kind of want to be on both sides of the camera.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's how it's really easy. It's like you come up with a story the same way that you would be like, for a music video, telling somebody like, oh, like this, like what the music video should be like. Like, I feel like, come up with a story and then you can act it out.
I'm not really good at like scripts. But like, I know I could take I know I could read it and put it in my body and, do all the method, whatever. But like, I just, I'm so used to being an artist and like being,
a creator.
Yeah, like I just don't know if I could just all the way take the back seat and submit myself to the role. If I didn't create the role.
I feel like that's tough for an artist because the one thing that directors and writers hate is like the input from actors.
Yes. Yes.
So it's hard as an artist to let go of that control.
I don't want to waste nobody's time and be like, you know what? I don't want.
That's how.
I already know I'm going to be difficult.
No, that's how Drew Barrymore ended up. Like Drew Barrymore was like getting all these dumb roles. I remember I saw this thing where she told the story and like, do you remember Drew Barrymore was like in the beginning of the Scream movie and gets killed in like 5 minutes? Like she was like a big actress. It's like what? Like why are you killing off Drew Barrymore in 5 minutes? And it was that situation actually that she I think was like, nah, like I'm gonna create my own roles.
Right.
And then she went and started making her own movies, like Never Been Kissed and all those movies or whatever.
Right.
And that's when she had her biggest starring roles because she created the films herself. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like I think that that's just like sometimes when you have such a creative vision for how the story's supposed to be told, I feel you. It's hard to just sit back and be like, let me just play this character.
Especially with raps, because I've been casted like as a rapper on set, and the rap like, yo, I'm rewriting this rap. Like, what the fuck?
You're like, I'm not even about to do this
I'm
not
not rapping. I'm not rapping this. But I feel like typically like if I'm playing like either myself or someone like myself, another version of myself, like typically like the producers or the directors will be open to like suggestions about like what my lines are or how I deliver them, or if it's like some lingo that's kind of like outdated, it's always been open. But I don't know, man, like what type of role you feel like I could play? Like what?
I think you could do a good, doing? I mean, I could see you doing like a serious role because you seem like a deep person with like that could like go there, but also a funny role. Because you're like you don't take yourself too seriously at times too, and that's like what it takes to be a good. I would want to do
like I would definitely want to do comedy first.
Yeah.
I would absolutely want to do comedy.
Yeah, making people laugh is the best.
Yeah, I want to do comedy, and then I would want to do like some Eddie Murphy type where I play like multiple characters and nobody knows until like towards the end. Like, wait a minute, is that him?
That's dope. I've always like thought that like that's so crazy to play like 8 different roles like that. Like how what? Like that
sounds like a lot of work.
It's so much work. Like
it's like like a lot of the cartoons, the voice actors be like one person voicing like 4 or 5 characters.
Yeah.
I used to do a voiceover on a cartoon, and there was this one girl who would do the voice of like a bully, and she would go from doing the voice of like this like I don't know, and then she'd go from that to like a cute girl like.
Yo, you're good at that. You should.
She was way better, but like she would talk back and forth like a conversation.
Oh, like doing it in one take.
Yes, and I'm like. I could never like play that.
You just did it.
Well, no, but like she would do like a whole conversation though, like back and forth, and I remember just watching it like, whoa, that's like pretty cool.
That's like Seth MacFarlane in Family Guy. He does like 4 of the voices on there.
Thinking about. Yeah. Rick and Morty. I think he did a couple voices.
But I feel like all the voices on Rick and Morty are like low key the same. They're just like fuck it.
They really are.
I feel like I would do that. Like I would do voiceover work for sure.
Oh, voiceovers is fun too because it's like being in the studio. You don't have to look good. You don't. I literally come in sweats. You can have a booger and nobody cares.
I hear it.
I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. I don't care what the role. I mean, as long as it's not like as long as it's not gonna cancel me and the network and the show. Like I'll do it. You know what I mean? Voiceover work. Yeah.
Are you real into like sci-fi?
Oh fuck yeah. Yo, what I just watched. Oh, what was it called? Oh, the Fallout. Did y'all see Fallout?
That's my shit.
We love it.
I was like, that's how.
Did you play the game?
No.
Dude.
Yo, and it's like, it was so good. I was like.
I didn't know the game either, but he did.
It's exactly like the game.
Yo, that's fire.
It's hard.
This is the best adaptation.
It really is.
And then, what's his name? Goggin? What's his name? The guy that played the cowboy with the nose.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
Baby Billy Bobble Bunkers from
yeah,
Righteous Jim.
I
he's
love
hilarious.
him in that show. His role in The Righteous Gemstones is like one of the funniest roles somebody's like ever done in a show. I'm not even joking. Like it literally is. And so yeah, I love him. We like Fallout.
Man, they fire. And he like. It's crazy. He was saying, he's been acting his whole life, and it's like this is his moment now. So it's like. Yeah, like it don't matter if your hit comes at 95. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hope it's sooner because I want to be able to perform it. It's
gonna be way sooner.
At 95, these white bones can't. Like I'm gonna be like in a wheelchair. I want to be able to at least still like dance a little. You know?
She's gonna be in the chair just spinning.
Nah, you'll be standing.
Nah, but I feel like we could talk to you forever. We definitely got a lot in common.
Oh, yep.
As a group here, yeah. But we gotta. You know what? I would love to do a song with you. I'm just saying.
Oh, absolutely.
We need to make it happen, especially because my new album. So like, I'm still rapping. I'm always gonna rap, but I am singing more. Right. And so like, I think it'd be cool to do a song now. Like, I never thought I would say I won't rap on a song, but like. It would be dope if like maybe I could be the Haley from Paramore this time.
I could write a couple bars for you.
That would be dope. I swear, like it would be like I'm not joking. Like it would be such a full circle moment for me because like if you knew how many times I used that specific song as an example, I think I met with Jimmy Iovine and was like, I need to be doing a song like that. And he was like, okay, all right, she's got visions.
That's dope, man.
I literally used that song as an example like several times in my career. So
that's dope, man. Like I'm glad that you're still passionate about music, man.
Thank you.
Don't ever lose that passion and have fun with that shit. You know what I mean? Like
I'm having way more fun with it now. I just made a country song. Like I was like, let me try whatever. Country's kind of popular. I
want to produce a country song.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Writing country, easy. I was like, yo, this is like rapping except with like way less words. like
yo,
literally.
low-key, I feel like if any hip hop artist could cross that boundary like easily, I feel like it's you. Honestly.
Well, I'll tell you what I gotta know.
Yo, that was perfect. That was literally already I could hear that was an opening line to a hook. That's a hit.
Yeah. So hey, man, let's do something.
Yeah, let's make it happen. I would love to.
I could see you on a Morgan Wallen song already. Do you like Morgan Wallen? Or I don't know. Was that touchy?
I've heard
Is
that
it
name
touchy?
before.
He did that song with Lil Durk.
He's a big artist, but he has his moments. Some people have mixed reviews.
Yo, there's
music's good.
But I I really do like all types of music, man. Like there's a Mexican artist named Peso Plumas. Am I saying that right?
Hey, shout out to Peso Plumas.
He's really doing like authentic music with a band and but he looks like a rapper, and I think that's so fly. Like that is hard. Yeah. Like shit like that. I be wanting to do like really like mind bending juxtaposition.
Yeah.
Because that's
why I started rapping in the first place. Like when I started rapping, there was not like little white girl rappers. So like I was like, oh, this is like people are gonna be like, there was Eminem, and like I think I don't think any females at that point had thought like I could do this too, because especially because Eminem was so like derogatory, like and you know what I'm saying? Like he was very like edgy, and I don't think a girl thought, oh, like I can come and do something like this, And if you heard some of my first songs, you'd crack up. I was like out here talking about like I had guns, and I've never had a gun. I literally was just like, hey, I gotta sound hard. Like, what do I talk about? Guns, okay.
Guns, drugs.
I'm not joking, you guys. Like this is. I listened to way too much 50 Cent in high school. That's really what it was.
Yo, 50 was my second dad.
No, but that's literally exactly what I love. I think it's always cool when it's just like when something looks like it doesn't sound or vice versa, Yes, bro, it's that juxtaposition. It's like it's why you use the airplanes as an example. It's like Halo Wings B.O.B. and it's like, yo, that shit was
special. And it really that's one of those, because we were talking to Too Short about this, there's certain moments and certain projects that just cross that threshold into pop culture and last forever. And I feel like not just that song, but multiple songs of yours have crossed that threshold to where they live forever. And I feel like I'm not a music artist, but I feel like that has to be one of the goals of being an artist, of like you're now cemented in the pantheon of history.
Yeah.
And I feel like music history can't really be told without saying your name.
Wow, damn.
It really can't.
Damn, that's real. Thank you for that.
Thank you for being here, man.
No, thank you for being here. You've been like an amazing guest for real. I can't wait to hear the new music. I can't wait to see you and your girl DJing.
Oh, yeah.
I love that you guys are doing it together. It's great to see couples working together and making creativity together.
More of that.
So we need more of that in the world, for real.
Yeah.
Power couples, unite.
Yes. Shout out to B.O.B. I'm sure all of your social media is at B.O.B. or what is it?
Yeah, Bob.
Good old
Twitter,
Bob.
My Twitter is BOBATL, but Instagram is Bob. TikTok, I think, is BOBATL.
Your Instagram is just Bob, like just
Yeah, my
B.O.B.
Instagram is just Bob.
Clutch.
Okay, love that.
Yo,
Easy.
clutch. I snatched that up at
You
the
got
right
that
time.
like right when Instagram popped off. I knew it.
Someone's about to hold that shit for ransom.
Got it from the million. Got it straight from the million. Jimmy
Love it. Well, everybody,
Thanks for
you
tuning
already
into
know.
the Laugh Podcast, B.O.B.
Yes.
See you soon.
Grr.